All right, hello and welcome. Chris Ralph here with Boulder SEO Marketing. And I have with me Andrew Malimon. Andrew, you are with SE Ranking. It's an all-in-one SEO software. Are you there, Andrew?
Yes. Hello, Chris.
Excellent. Hey, thanks so much for joining me. I'd love to give us an overview of your tool, just a little bit of background information. So I speak globally about search engine optimization and digital marketing. As such, tools reach out to me. They want me to test their tools. Often I get free access so that I can showcase the tools during my speeches. With that said, you guys gave me access to your tool. I absolutely love it. I did not realize how many features the tool have. So I'd love for you to give my audience, maybe a 15-20 minute overview of some of the main features, because I think your tool could benefit many people, companies out there. Andrew, with that said, I'm going to hand it over to you. Take it away, please.
Yes, Chris, thank you for having me today. Like you said, I'm working at SE Ranking as a customer support agent and also an account manager. So today I'm going to show some of the main features of the tool and some of the ways that will help users and you people to get more from your website and see how it's going. So let's proceed to the projects in the account. So this is the main view of an account once you've signed up and added some websites. As you can see, it has some graphs here. You can easily switch between them. And it also has some settings. I won't go through them today, but feel free to check them out yourself. We do have a free trial. So.
And sorry to interrupt, Andrew. So basically, I found that you really have to just poke around, explore, click on things. I mean, there are so many features, and I understand you're not going to be able to show everything. But if you guys are gonna, check out SE Ranking, spend about an hour, a couple of hours just poking around, exploring things. Sorry, back to you.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, we do have a lot of features. So this is why before I start, let me just show real quick the knowledge base, because as most tools like SEO tools, some of the competitors also have these kinds of videos and guides. So it may be sometimes kind of difficult to get a hold of all the tools that we have, which is why we do have a knowledge base. Which is something really useful for new users, and has some great insights into the tools. So it actually explains a lot about the features that we have. So it's available for free for any user, so it works fine. Yeah, okay, let's go. So as you've added some websites, they're going to be displayed on the dashboard. It has some general information. You can switch some columns off or on, which will change the table here. You could also create groups for websites that you add. So like if you have a lot of clients or just a lot of websites to track, you could easily manage them on the dashboard. So they will not be like a whole huge list of websites in the main window. So these are the websites that I just tried earlier. So yeah, and I will go through the project creation window now. So basically, I would say that one of the most maybe like MVPs of SEO Ranking is the first one is Rank Tracker. So we've spent a lot of time on this, and it actually gives a lot of information. So except like in addition to rankings, obviously. So I'm gonna go through the creation window to show some key features of the websites, website rankings that you can collect, basically. So I will just test on our website. Let it be, for example, SEO Ranking. MalimonI.com. This is just the project name. So there are a few types of websites, like a few types of projects that you could add. The first one is like basic domain. We also have an option to track rankings in YouTube. So, you know, Chris, maybe that's something that you'll be interested in later. So you could actually insert like a channel URL or a specific video URL, and then track rankings for that video for like in YouTube search.
Yeah, that is very useful because, you know, more and more videos are starting to rank at the top of the search results. So this is an absolute great feature.
Yeah, so it actually allows you to see exact rankings of those videos in not just in you know, in Google search, but in internal YouTube search.
Yeah.
So you could track rankings for the domain, also for all of this its subdomains, which is the default section here. And we collect rankings from top 100 or top 200 results. I won't say that top 200 is like a very popular option here, but it's still there. And also, as for some additional features, we do have a website audit, which is something that starts automatically for all new projects. But if you don't want to, you could disable those. And these parts I will talk about later as I go through the tool. For now, I will just go to the next step, which is kind of awesome, I think. So the next step is keywords. Basically, you add keywords that you want to track rankings for. There are several options here. The first one I would like to say about is the suggestion option, which uses our database of keywords for a lot of countries. Right now we have, I believe, 36 countries that you can select. So for example, I'm in Ukraine, so it uses my location, but you can switch to any, let's say, United Kingdom, click search. So these are actually keywords that the website is ranking for in United Kingdom. So I could select them, add them, and they will be just there. So on this screen, there is also an option to create groups for those keywords. So it's like easily to manage high numbers, like high amounts of keywords. And also there is an option to add target links for those keywords and comments. So this was the first option. The second one is keywords import. It has some options like import keywords from Google Analytics and also from some other services. For that, so you could actually import keywords with history of rankings from different services. I won't mention those here, but you know, if you want to do that, you could just go to our customer support, maybe me. So we will ask our developers, and they will import actually the keywords with rankings history from other services. That's also something that's possible.
Yeah, I found that a very useful feature if somebody wants to abandon another tool, jump over to SE ranking.
It just makes, you know, if someone wants to switch from some other service to ours, it just makes this whole process easier for them to, you know, to not lose any data in that process. Yeah, so the other one is import from files, which allows to import keywords together with target links and also groups. So you don't have to create groups here on this screen. You can just do that by importing them from a file like this, which is also mostly useful for big numbers of keywords. So the next step would be to add search engines, which are, so the limit here is 5 search engines per project. We do have all of the locations from Google. So basically you can add any location that is available in Google, any country, postal code, city, districts, and so on. So let's say I'm in Ukraine. I want to add Kiev. So yeah, there are a lot of cities here, Kiev city. The language of Google interface, which affects somewhat the rankings that you're gonna get from the rank checker. So my keywords mostly are in English, so I will definitely select English. The other options are worth mentioning. The one that allows you to track the results from local pack, you know, the first 3 map positions of the website. So you just need to insert the business name, as in Google My Business, and also the company phone that is displayed in there. And you can also track paid campaigns. So it will give you information about organic rankings in Google search and also ads rankings. So you can go through this process 5 times. You could switch, you could like delete search engines from a project at any time. You can, you know, move them around. If I add like to, let's say, United Kingdom. Like that. It might take a few seconds. Yeah, so you could actually, so the order here means that this is the order in which the search engines will be displayed in the rankings part of the project. So yeah, you can add 5 of them. You can select some settings for them and go to the next step, which is also interesting because you could actually add 5 more websites for a project, for each of your projects. And we will check rankings for those websites as well, for the same keywords and same search engines. And also show you like the comparison in rankings for any given day that the rankings were checked. Let's try and find some. Yeah, so the most prominent competitors in Ukraine for our website. Some questions. Just hit add. Do next. The last part is optional, so you don't have to, but you could connect Google Analytics to get traffic data from there into your project in SEO ranking, and also Google Search Console to get backlinks from there into our Google Backlink monitoring tool. And also you can find some keywords from Google Search Console and import them into the project. So let's go ahead and finish. So I had 8 websites, now I have 9, and the rankings are almost finished for those 500 keywords that I just added. So let's go ahead. So this is a new project. It won't have much in terms of data here, but let's go into one of the projects that I had before, which is, I'm sorry, my connection is not really good right now. All right, so you could say that the rankings part is like our main feature, right? I want to mention that the overview of the project is going to be changed soon, because actually we are currently working on some design updates for the whole platform. We'll have like a side menu here, and all of this will be changed soon, but still the amount of information that you can get is really good. So I'm going to start with the table here. So as I've said, on the project creation window, you can track organic and paid results. So you can switch between those. Maybe Tesla does not have any ads for those keywords, because they're actually ranking for the first places for most of the keywords. So these are rankings. Basically, these numbers indicate on which position the website is ranked for a specific keyword. And if you click on that, you can actually see the exact page that was ranked for that keyword. I believe you could, yeah. So the home page, and there are a few links. So maybe as a as a business owner or someone who is working on their own website, you need to make sure that the rankings that you see here are correct. So there are 2 ways to do that. The first one is we do store a cached copy of all results for rank tracker. So if you click on that, it will open you a copy of Google results for that keywords in selected region. So we actually see where the website was located, which is kind of nice, I think.
Oh yeah, I love that feature. It nicely highlights the position. You don't have to search for it.
Yeah, but sometimes the copy sounds like, you know, something redundant or old. So for that reason, you also have a link for live results, which will forward me to Google for the US, right? So this is the live page of search. If I go down, I'm sorry for that. It just hangs. Yeah. So if you go down, you'll actually see that I'm not in the United States, but the country here is the United States because you followed this.
Yeah.
So you can do that for any country and see the live results for that country. So it's not personal search results, but still these are live actually. So yeah. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next part is the table, because in addition to rankings, we also show some additional metrics like search volume, competition, and also some other ones like the suggested bid, which is collected from Google Ads. This is like the suggested cost per click for those keywords, right? The number of results that you can see in Google search or any other search engine. Search features, which is also for only for Google, so you can actually see which features are displayed for the website that you're tracking. So if it's a Tesla website for a Tesla keyword, so the blue ones show you like the actual search features in the SERPs. So basically, the Tesla website is displayed in Twitter feature, knowledge graph, images, and site links. So this is something that you know, it's like an option, but it's still kind of useful for people to maximize their visibility on the SERPs, right? Yeah. So I have two search engines here in this project. So the first one is just for like national results, and the second one is for New York, which actually will show some kind of different rankings for same keywords. Like let's say motors here 66 and motors here 4. So it's better always to use the more accurate location for a search engine, because you know everyone who is at least somewhat versed in SEO knows that Google always uses the precise location to show the most useful search results for users. So, which is why we do recommend to always set up a specific location for search to get more accurate rankings. Let's go ahead and go through some other features for a project. So in the rankings part, as you can see, there are a lot of filters to use. I won't go through all of them because they're pretty self-explanatory. You can switch between dates to see the rankings collected on the specific range of dates. So basically, I want to see the first week of October last year. If I click on apply, this will show me the rankings that were collected then, which is, well, I believe most of the tools show that, but it's still a feature, right?
No, it's a feature I really like a lot because you can go back in time, right? To
Yeah.
see where have you been? Where are you now?
Yeah. So the rankings part has some few tabs. Well, they actually show the same data, but in a different way. So the details shows all of the rankings for specific dates. The overall shows that like a breakdown of the most important ones, because so the overall shows you basically the last day of the selected period here, and shows you some metrics here, and you can see all the search engines that I've added. So basically, these are the rankings for each of the locations that I have in the project, but just in one table, not in 2 tables or 3 or 5. It's just more important to, like, more useful to get an overview of all the keywords and the rankings. And the last one is the historical data, which will show you the whole project rankings as they went from the first day of the rankings checks and to the last one. So this is like the whole project that I have. The first time it was created was in 2017, and we did have more keywords then, but still, you can see that throughout a few years, the rankings actually gone up for most of the search engines that I have here. Okay, so the next one would be the analytics and traffic, right? Because we didn't connect any of those services. It doesn't show anything, but I'm going to say that the analytics integration allows you to get, like I said before, the traffic data goals, some metrics like geo metrics from Google Analytics, and some tests that you've done there. So it will show a lot of numbers, but still the same as in GA. And the second one is Google Search Console, which will show the keywords here with some information about these keywords, like impressions and clicks. So you will actually get those here from Google Search Console, and you will be able to import keywords from this part into the rank track.
Yeah, I like that feature. It's sort of like you have everything in one place. You don't need to switch, screens or jump to another application. So yeah, I love that feature.
Yeah, that's actually like the most like that's the whole reason we do have those the traffic part, just to have it all in one place. The Search Console data also the same, but with some additional ones. So it's also needed for the backlink monitoring as well. So the competitors part, well, let's go into the other project that I've created. So if I go to competitors, so these are the 5 websites that I've added as my competitors. Ranking still did not go through, but if I go to, for example, the first one, so the table are just like, the table is similar to the one that I've shown before in rankings, but it just shows the same keywords that I have in the project. But it shows rankings for my competitor here and for my website. But because it still haven't finished yet, we don't have any data yet, but yeah, like that. So this is the position for my competitor for today, and this is the position for my website. So it's actually kind of useful for managing like the best players on the market and see if you're still going close for them.
Yeah, and I think it's also great to do a keyword gap analysis between, I'd recommend don't go crazy, check out, 5, 6, 8 competitors, maybe your top 2, otherwise it can get overwhelming. But I found that's a great feature to see, is there a gap between you and your main competitors where you got to potentially add some keywords into your overall SEO strategy.
Yeah, we do have, I will show, like in a few minutes, I will show a tool which we do have, which allows you basically to compare a few websites and see the unique keywords of those like specific websites and the common keywords and so on. So I will go through that. We do have such like a specific tool for that, which is new actually. Yeah.
Cool.
So let's go ahead and go through the rest of the features here. So the marketing plan is actually a to-do list, which is like a general list of most important recommendations in SEO for most websites. It's not like integrated with the website, but it just shows some useful information, maybe education. So it's not like for everyone, but it still has some really cool tips.
So I do love this section because you wouldn't believe it, but many of the potential clients that we talk with, I mean, they don't even have a marketing plan. So it's actually nice to show them, hey, look, these are the things that we need to think about, or that you should think about in terms of, more SEO specific. So I absolutely love this section. It's very, very useful, especially for other agencies. It's super helpful, right, to drum up more business using your tool. I absolutely love this feature.
Yeah, but well, I do love this feature. We are kind of working on some updates to this part as well, because not only it has the list, but it also allows you to check mark them, so you can mark your progress. And there is also an option to add your own tasks. So if something is not covered in this list, you can actually create your own list. And if there are some specific requests from, if you're working at an agency and have a client with some specific requests, you could easily create your own tasks and send those tasks and progress on them in reports to the customer as well. Yeah, and the second part is the business listings, which is kind of new. It's not also integrated, but it just has a list of the most, I believe the most not important, but the most popular listings that you can use to add your websites to. So
yeah, again, specifically for local SEO projects, this feature is super helpful. Again, all in one place. We got the main directory listings, catalogs, business listings. Yeah, that's again a great feature to have.
Yeah.
Especially so we're doing more and more international SEO projects. I do like that you can break it down by region, so they're very useful.
Yeah, there are some listings like Google My Business, which are available in any country basically. But there are some local ones. And if I go to USA, it will change. Like the first one is Bing Maps for some reason. But yeah, yeah. So these are definitely something to go through and see, because it's not necessary to add your own website to all of them, but some you might find some good ones here.
And then, by specifically for local clients, simply adding your business to these business listings, directories, etc., you will get backlinks from many of these directories. So just that alone will improve your rankings in the search engines.
Yeah, well, backlinks are like a good way to get some traffic from, because SEO is good, backlinks are good, but it's like a combination of things that you should do on the website to get more traffic, conversions, and such.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go into the website audit. I won't go through all of it because it's not finished yet. Let's go to the Tesla website. Sorry, it's the same. Okay. Not yet. All right, so the website is audited, but I will go through some of the parts that we show. So this list doesn't change from, I don't know, it's been a while, but still, as you can see, it's a technical audit of all of the pages of the website, which will show you a lot of things to fix, probably, or not if you have a good website. But as you can see, there are a lot of checks that we do. They are breaking down into the categories to the left. You can switch between them. It will forward you there, and you will actually see, you could actually see the exact pages with those issues. There will be like a small link here, which will show you the pages with those issues. So it checks errors on pages, checks meta tags for crawled pages as well. It checks some parts of the contents, to show if there are duplicates or any other problems. It checks internal and external links to show you if there are too many links, which is not a really critical error, but still, and the other stuff as well.
I do like the layout, the way you guys present the information. It's very intuitive. I mean, basically, it's a list, right? And technical SEO fixes are probably the lowest hanging fruit optimization opportunities, because you don't need to have all that other on-page, off-page SEO knowledge. It's basically a list of things that you can assign to a technical person at your company and easily fix it, and it will improve your visibility in the search engines basically right away.
Yeah, I would say that we like to say that SEO ranking is a tool for all-in-one SEO. So basically, if you have a team, like you have an SEO specialist, you have a marketing person, you have some developers to work on the website, it's really useful for anyone in your team, because we do have tools for all of them, right? So the website audit is mostly for developers and webmasters, right? So it's not like a specific tool just for one specialist. It's just all in one.
Yeah, no, I mean, the thing is, SEO is teamwork, and your tool actually does a really good job over some of your competitors' tools, where I think the information is suitable for a variety of people with different knowledge. So I think that's what it makes this tool so appealing to me. It's not just for a technical person or a non-technical. It's a nice mix of things. So it's really a collaboration tool that will help you improve your rankings in the search engines.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better.
Cool.
Okay, so the website audit is really huge. I won't go through all the tabs here, but it's actually kind of self-explanatory mostly. So I don't have a fresh audit to show, but there is a second part called pages, which no, it doesn't show anything for the old audits. Let's see. Oh yeah, maybe later, or maybe this is something that's any person who used this video could go on and check themselves. Yeah. So the crawl pages will actually have a table with all the links in a list and all of the information about those links. So actually like anchor texts, titles, H1s. So everything to know about the page in technical aspect will be shown in one single table, which could be also exported and sent to a developer or anyone responsible for that.
Yeah, and again, I mean, it's really hard, I think, to give a comprehensive overview in a relatively short amount of time. Again, I found myself, starting to poke around, and then all of a sudden it was like 2 hours later, and I was really fascinated. So, go ahead.
Okay, so the other two tools in regards to a project is the backlink monitoring, which I talked about before. Which actually monitors statuses of backlinks. So you can add your own list using a file or import them automatically from Google Search Console, which is partially the reason to integrate Google Search Console into your SEO ranking project. So it actually shows you if the link is good. So if it has a nofollow tag, if it has some errors like 4.3 or 4.4 error, so the page does not exist or it doesn't work anymore. So we do check those links once a week, and you will see the update here. You also get a notification about those status changes. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the parameters here are just some pretty basic. So the Alexa rank, mostDA, destination URL, anchor text, the source, which could be adjusted by yourself, so you can assign some your own sources for these backlinks. This is the part of the tool that is going to be updated real soon. So maybe by the time someone watches the video, it will look like differently from what I'm showing now, but yeah, the information that you can get here is huge. And you can also assign some notes for those backlinks.
Yeah.
The last part of the project is the social media management, which offers you an auto posting feature, which is something that you can use to create delayed posts for Facebook and Twitter. So you can actually create a post, which I'm not going to show right now, but you can create a post, for example, with links and images, and set up a time when it will be posted to your Facebook or Twitter page. And also this section will show you some metrics from Facebook and Twitter. So like views and clicks and likes, I believe. Yeah.
Are you planning, is Facebook and Twitter are the only platforms right now, or are you adding more?
Yes, those are the only ones for now, but we do have Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn in the pipeline. So it will be added later. I don't have an exact release date, but probably this year those will be added. So the first one is Instagram and Pinterest, and then maybe LinkedIn as well.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. As you can see, there are a lot of tools. So yeah, the others, we do have a white label option. So as an agency, you could use that to actually change the logo on the platform and change the color scheme and make it like your own. So it will reflect your company name, and to pair that, you could create user accounts for your clients. So they will log in to the platform and see the exact information from the projects that you have in their own like a user profile. So those could be just view only. So they will not be able to change anything, but it's just a good way to show some results for your clients.
Oh yeah, I think especially for like a newer agency or somebody getting started with their own SEO agency. I mean, this is probably all you need at the beginning, right? You can, provide clients with, really good data in a nice format. So absolutely highly recommendable.
Yes, it actually gives you an option to restrict some specific sections of the project or some tools. So if you don't want to show some parts of the project, you can actually do that. And you will assign a specific project for a specific user. Those could be multiple projects or just one. And there are two types of users, actually. The first one is the manager, which is basically your employee or someone who is working together with you on the project. So the manager is able to make their own projects and also edit the projects that were assigned to them. So and the difference between the manager and client is just the client cannot change that. So the client can only read the information from projects, but they cannot do anything with those projects.
Yeah,
like change or delete keywords, or search engines.
Man, gosh, Andrew, thanks so much. Actually, we went a little bit over time, but I'm happy we did because there's so much to know about this tool. Actually, I'm going to have to jump on another call soon here. I just want to mention, so I'm not getting paid if anybody signs up for SE ranking. I don't do affiliate programs. I'm an educator, so I'm happy to get complimentary access to these tools because I want to provide, real opinions to, potential users out there. So I do not get paid. Andrew, if somebody wants to, how can somebody sign up for your tool? Do you do a trial or how's it?
Well, it's actually kind of easy. So you just go to seranking.com and let me just log out real quick. So there are two buttons to start a trial. The first one is in the homepage right here.
Yep.
And the second one will be just at the top menu. So it's a 14-day trial. It doesn't require any credit card details. You just enter your email your name, and you will get access to the optimum plan. So this one, the first one.
Yeah.
So it's 14 days. You could try like all of the tools that we have there, and you can see for yourself how it works, and check it out. So I didn't show some of the tools, the report builder and the competitor research, but these tools are something maybe that you're gonna try yourself.
Oh yeah, again, I would say take it for a spin, sign up for the trial. 14 days is a good amount of time. Just poke around, see if it's a good fit for you. Pricing wise, it's definitely very, very competitive to some of other tools in that space. Gosh, Andrew, thank you so much for the overview. Any last tips, thoughts before we wrap this up?
Well, yeah, there is one last tip. I believe I've also explained that, but the help section, as I work in customer support, every day I get a lot of questions about the stuff that we have in the tool. So the knowledge base is the first place to look for those, because it not only it has explanations about the tools, it also has some video tutorials. So unlike this demo right now, those are much shorter, right? Yeah, but it has a video library, so you could go through them. It gives answers for most questions. And if you don't know anything about SEO tools, I would really recommend to go through the Getting Started. So it explains like the most basic stuff about SEO tools and our tools specifically.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, and then I want to mention, so I'll be doing a webinar for you guys about how to get started with international SEO. So probably showcasing some of the more international features that the tool offers. I'll add that link to the webinar in the YouTube description, as well as the link to the tool. Gosh, with that said, Andrew, thank you so much for this overview. Let's keep in touch. I look forward to learning more about the tool, and I'll follow it as you guys add on more features. And again, it's a great tool for anybody out there to use it as part of your SEO strategy. Again, thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you too. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a wonderful evening. Huh?
You too. Bye.